Huh. It's actually pretty good.
So give it up.
My dead body.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. We've had a pretty fantastic update come to the game recently from CG around this brand new event that is coupled with a brand new currency that we're getting, and it's actually not terrible. Who thought it? Let's talk about this. So the brand new Ultimate Journey event, which I have to say, for such a good event with some good rewards, they have got a really terrible name for it. The Ultimate Journey event of greatest bestness of best things of superness ever. Yeah. Okay, so we know a few things. We know a few things about this new event that is coming to Galaxy of Heroes. It's going to be a once-a-month event that has been confirmed by Mr. Meathead himself. It rewards us with a brand new currency that looks distinctly like our Galactic Legends tokens. However, this does not unlock an actual GL. What this does is give you access to the currency that you need in order to use the new store. So let's go over to the shipment section and check this out. Within here, we have these legend tokens that you get from the Ultimate Legends Journey. Still a terrible, terrible name. I cringe when I say it. But the stuff that you can get in the store is actually really good. So what can I tell you about this? Essentially, every GL in the game has its own event within this Ultimate Legends Journey. You get an event, we don't know much about it, we don't know how difficult it is, we don't know how many tiers there are, but each GL that you have has got one event that will come around once a month. If you pass that event, you will get 300 of this legend token currency, which you can use in this store. Now, I'm assuming that this store refreshes once a week. So if you're looking for anything particular, you'll be able to buy that particular item once a week. It doesn't look like you can refresh it. I'm operating under the assumption it's once a week because it's tied up with the timings for my weekly shipments here, which means if you really want to focus farm something, it might be a little bit difficult because say you wanted fragmented signal data, for example, and you have all 8 GLs, you're gaining 2,400 currency a month, but you're only able to spend 100 of it once a week, which means, you know, in a month's period, you can only spend 400 out of that 2,400. You catch the drift. You won't be able to spend all of it on one item. However, the items in this store are actually pretty good. So I don't know for certain if this rotates out, if this is a random item that appears here. Maybe it's going to be some of the incomplete, maybe it's going to be some of the flawed signal data, depending on how you roll. I don't know if these Omicron ability mats might change out to Zeta mats, not entirely sure, but the fact that Omicrons are available here is pretty huge. 600 per token, that means it's 12,000 total tokens in order to get a full Omicron, right? So you can get 2,400 maximum once a month if you're not doing any refreshes, so it will take you a while to get a whole full Omicron. But during this monthly period, if you combine it with doing your galactic challenges as well, it works out at being 1 Omicron a month, 1 full Omicron a month. Because we get 2 galactic challenges every week, that means you can earn 4 Omicron tokens a week through that. Times that by 4, you know, now we're talking 16. Add an additional 4 tokens of this, which you can get with 2,400 currency. It works out at 1 Omicron per month, which I think is a very deliberate thing from CG. They clearly looked at this and thought, well, we always operate based on a 28-day cycle. What could we get? You know, how can we distribute the rewards in a way that is measurable by us? So 1 Omicron ability mat per month seems like a reasonable thing for them to do. What else do we have? Micro attenuators. These are still good, but obviously the best source of micro attenuators is going to be the Smuggler's Run 2 that you get with unlocking Jabba the Hutt. They give you access to Chirotech, guys. Chirotech is still a really significant bottleneck, and I feel like the pricing really is not too bad. Like I said, you can get here, 15 of each once a month. That's not too bad. That's 600, 1,200. If you're also buying one of these, you know, that's going to be an extra 1,600. So you'd be able to get all the fragmented signal data and all of the Chirotech and still have some currency left over each month, if that's how you're choosing to spend your money. Really, really not so bad. But this is the big thing here. This is the catch-up mechanic for those people that have got GLs but are behind on conquest units. The fact that you're able to get Commander Ahsoka Tano shards, you're able to get Darth Malgus shards, and Trench shards, and Scythe shards, and Ben Solo shards, etc., etc. It seems like the Fury class Interceptor isn't in here for some reason. I don't know if that is going to be rotated out in a different store. I don't know if it just isn't due to drop just yet. I'm not sure. Maybe it's only the characters that are improving grounds. Not sure if the Fury class is there just yet. But the fact that you can actually accelerate those farms in any way is great for those players that are trying to catch up. Now, the cost is a little bit prohibitive. It is quite expensive to try and get this. Realistically, most people are probably going to get an extra 10 shards a month. Now, the only other thing that I will say about this, let's just keep going down. I'll come back to conquest characters in a moment, actually. You can get some more micro attenuators, again, not bad. But then you've also got Gear 12 pieces, okay, or the Gear 12 Plus pieces, which, again, is a real good relief for some of the players that have got bottlenecks in trying to gear up those characters, trying to get them to relic levels. It feels like this is the real main aim of CG right now, is trying to push players to get to that point where you can at least engage in relic levels. Not necessarily take them up to Relic 8 and Relic 9, but at least start getting them at those low-end relic levels so that you can start engaging in Datacrons, so you can start engaging more in Conquest, get more involved in GAC, start operating in Rise of the Empire a little bit more frequently, and that sort of thing. And I think this is a great thing for CG to do. Now, the barrier to entry for this event is, it's a little bit steep. You do need to have at least one GL. That GL does need to be at least Relic 7, but the rest of the team doesn't matter, apparently. The rest of the team could be any level, although I think they said they recommend Relic 5. Let's check out the post from CG. So here we go. Tuscan Meathead has put out a post, and it says, "We are excited to bring news to you about the new upcoming event for Galaxy of Heroes Ultimate Journey," which is still a terrible name. "The Ultimate Journey will take your Galactic Legends and pit you against the challenging squad to earn rewards." Now, challenging squad typically means it's going to be difficult, and this is going to be one of my little concerns about this event, but we'll touch on that in just one moment. To enter this event, your Galactic Legend has to be at least Relic 7 to participate, but the rest of the team will not require to be. I'm pretty certain they say it's going to be a Relic 5 recommended. Short of the long, the more Galactic Legends you own, the more rewards you earn. This is great, in my opinion, because this is rewarding those players that are in the further end of the game, giving them something a little bit more for the investment that they put in, which is, in my opinion, is great, while still rewarding newer players for unlocking Galactic Legends. It's already great that you unlock the Galactic Legend. Now you've got an additional event where you can earn more rewards to help you get your next Galactic Legend, or helps you catch up on old mechanics. New players these days, for example, going for Jedi Master Kenobi, will realize that, oh my gosh, I don't have Cat. Jedi Master Kenobi with Cat is basically a glorified gas, and it's not, it's good, but it's not good, if you know what I mean. So you need to have that extra unit, so the fact that they can actually accelerate that is huge. Each time this event comes around, you'll be able to participate with each GL one time for free, but you can refresh the GL event 2 times, okay? So according to Swigger.gg, or Swigger Events, sorry, the data miners and the I can't sing their praises enough. They do a lot for the community. According to their data mines, the cost to refresh one of these GL events is 250 crystals. So that will give you potentially an extra 300 legend tokens, which is really not bad, but I'm not sure if it's the best use of those crystals. If you are going to do it, say you have all 8 GLs, that means you'll be able to do the event 24 times, a maximum of 24 times. It will cost you a hefty crystal sum, but that does mean that you're going to triple your income of these legend tokens. That means if you do have 8 GLs, for example, and you wanted to refresh the event 3 times each for each of them, you're probably going to be in the region of like 7,000-ish, 7,200 or something legend tokens, which you can then use to get things like your Kyrotech or your Omicrons, or whatever you happen to need at the time. I think it is actually pretty good, but maybe that is reserved more for those that are really looking to whale, or perhaps it's those players that really want to try and accelerate their Galactic Legend farms and their conquest units that they've missed out on. Upon winning, you'll begin the legend tokens, which can be used in its own shipment location. Now, there's a couple of things that I do have concerns about. Let's go over here so we can really get down to the nitty-gritty. Come over here, Tribe. Come and have a word with me in the office, please, Tribe. So what it is we've got 8 events, and as CG has said, 8 events, one for each Galactic Legend that currently exists in the game. Presumably, as more Galactic Legends come out, we'll get more events. They have said that this is going to be a challenging squad to face off against when we do these. I don't know if this means it's going to be Proving Grounds level of difficult, or if it's going to be Smuggler's Run 2 levels of difficulty, or if it's actually just going to be it's challenging squad, but it's not actually challenging, right? We have had it confirmed by Meathead that you cannot sim these events, which means even if it is a once-a-month event, if you've got 8 GLs, that is 8 battles, presumably that you can't just go in and hit auto and win. You can't sim, and if you want to refresh those events up to 3 times, 24 potential attempts once a month, that's going to get tiring really quick. I mean, I don't mind if it's something that we can go in and auto, but honestly, CG, why are we making this an event that you have to play? I want to reserve full judgment. I'm not trying to dump on this new event before we've even seen it, but this is just my concern right now. I don't want this to be an event that's difficult. If you want to make an event that's difficult, fine, but once you 3-star it, let us sim it. If you want to make it a fun challenge and enjoyable, don't make it too difficult and we can just go through and hit auto and we'll be like, yay, we did it, guys, give me the rewards. Do you know what I mean? Is anybody else with me on this? Because it feels like it's going to be a bit of a time sink as your roster grows, and it feels like something that's so valuable that you can't let it pass. You know, you're going to have to do it. So what can we know about these new events? There's not much, but Swigger Events has done a bit of data mining around what the events will actually contain. So let's take a quick look. So here we have a little bit of extracts from the data mines that Swigger Events have got. You can see the little data mine tab here. So they've managed to extract what is presumably the commentary that goes along with each of these events. So you can see here, victory counts not shared between tiers. That means you can do it once per GL, and that's absolutely fine. Galactic Republic characters, okay. Relic 5+ is the recommendation. Required, Jedi Master Kenobi at Relic 7 or higher. Strategy chips. Use Jedi Master Kenobi and his force to fight against Lord Vader and his clone troopers. Sounds kind of cool. Sounds like this is, you know, Order 66 type-esque thing. Proper strategy with your best modded Galactic Republic characters will be key to overcoming this challenge. It doesn't sound too difficult, but, you know, we don't really know too much about it. What we can take away from this is that it's not just going to be a rehash of what we see in the Galactic Legend events, you know, those ultimate tiers or when you're doing the unlocking procedure, which is great. We could see down over here, what have we got? We have got Lord Vader. Lord Vader seeks to bring peace, freedom, and justice and security to his new empire. Proper strategy with your best modded Empire characters and or Maul will be vital in supporting the Empire's goals. I'm hoping that Maul is not incredibly vital, because that would be quite punitive for those people that don't have Maul and are trying to use their Galactic Legend to unlock him. But it does say and or Maul, so potentially not. Proper strategy with your best modded Hutt Cartel characters will be essential to getting Jabba what he is owed. Jabba is owed a sizable debt with interest and must send his most trusted Hutt Cartel allies to collect. The one that's interesting about this is you'll see this note down here on Jabba. You must bring Jabba and can bring up to 3 Hutt Cartel characters. Now we know that you know, when it comes to Jabba the Hutt, there are plenty of Hutt Cartel characters to use. And normally a full team is 5. The unique thing about Jabba the Hutt is he is our first large character, which means you can't have a character in the ally slot. I think we're going to be get given an event unit with Jabba, and it can't be in the ally slot because he takes up that ally slot, right? I'm wondering who we see. Are we seeing a potential lifter? Future lifter for Jabba, or is this just going to be a gimme? If I was to say anything, I would say don't be surprised if you go into this event with Jabba the Hutt and they give you an event unit of Bib Fortuna or something like that. You know, I think they might use this to tease a little bit of something that might be coming potentially as a future Conquest character or something like that. Don't take my word for it, but I'm just reading into this. We're only allowed 3 allies. Who's going to be the 5th character in the squad? Who will be the 5th? I'll let you guys ruminate about it. We'll find out in 4 days' time either way. Okay, then we've got Leia Organa. Leia Organa assembles her most most trusted rebel operatives to defend the Forest Moon of Endor from the growing Imperial threat. Proper strategy with your best modded rebel characters will be critical in the effort to protect the Forest Moon of Endor. Sounds like it's going to be C-3PO-esque themed event. We're going to be facing off against Imperial troopers. Maybe it's going to be on speeder bike. Who knows? Then Jedi Master Luke. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker must utilize all of his training in the Force to weather the oncoming storm of the First Order. Proper strategy with your best modded Jedi characters will be essential for the growing threat of the First Order. I'm hoping that we see something like the battlefield on Crate and we see those large First Order 80 type mech units, you know, where Kylo's firing at the projected image of Jedi Master Luke. Hashtag spoilers. I'm hoping it's something like that. That could be cool. Alright, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren continues to dominate the galaxy as he approaches one of his final challenges. I don't know if that's if he's... I don't know. What? Maybe this is when he's out there on the hunt for that Sith data holocron? Who knows? Proper strategy with best modded First Order characters. Fine. What else have we got here? We have got Ben Solo, potentially. Recommended characters, Ben Solo. Okay. So here we have Rey. Recommended characters is going to be Resistance and or Ben Solo. Rey must harness all of her training and instincts to defeat the oncoming First Order threat. It's a bit of a weird thing that we get into First Order themed ones, but okay, fine. Proper strategy with your best modded Resistance characters and or Ben Solo will be crucial. Again, I'll say those lifter units. It's great to see them here. Great to see that we can actually get them with this new Legend currency, but let's hopefully have it not mandatory for us to win. Then we've got C. C is recommended with Sith characters at Relic 5. The time of the Sith has come, and the galaxy will be reminded of the potency of the dark side. Proper strategy with your best modded Sith characters will be vital to the dominance of the Sith across the galaxy. And then it just shows all the unlock requirements. It's all the GLs at Relic 7, essentially. So not too shabby at all. I'm interested to see what these events are. I do have my concerns around the time involved to actually go through and do these events if they're not going to be simmable, which is confirmed. But the only last thing I would say is that, you know, we're going to get a post later on today from CG. Promise you that. Promise you that, guys, because there might have been a hint or two, just a wee hint that might suggest we're going to get a post soon. I'm hoping it's going to be about the new raid that's coming up, because we don't know much about this new Endor raid. It's got to be dropping soon. Tell us, CG. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what do you think about this new Ultimate Legend Journey event guide? Amazing, super, ultimate dominance, ability of awesomeness, ultra instinct, 12. CG, rethink your naming conventions. That's crap. All right, cool. Let me know, guys, what are you going to do? Do you enjoy it? What do you think is coming in the upcoming post? See you all. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.